At 2:47 in the morning, every screen in this hospital turned red at the same time. Surgeries were canceled, ambulances were redirected, and on every monitor, the same message: your files are encrypted. You have 72 hours to pay. This is ransomware. It hits a business every few seconds, and the average attack now costs millions. But here's the part nobody tells you. Almost every single one of these attacks was preventable, usually by something embarrassingly simple. In the next 9 minutes, you'll learn exactly how attackers get in, what happens once they're inside, and the checklist that stops them. Let's go. Ransomware is malicious software that does one thing brutally well. It encrypts your files, documents, photos, databases, backups, and holds the only key for ransom. Think of it as a digital kidnapping. Your data is the hostage. And modern gangs don't stop at encryption. They use double extortion. First they steal your data, then they encrypt it. Pay, or it gets leaked publicly. This is organized crime, run like a business. There's even ransomware as a service. Attack kits rented out to affiliates for a cut of the profits. You don't need to be a genius hacker anymore. And that's exactly why it's exploding. So how do they actually get in? Not how Hollywood shows it. Nobody hacks the mainframe. They walk through doors you left open. There are 4 main ones. Door number 1, phishing, still the king. An email that looks like it's from your boss, your bank, or a delivery service. One attachment, one link, one login on a fake page, and the attacker has a foothold. And modern phishing emails are written with AI. The old advice, look for bad grammar, that advice is dead. Today, they're flawless. What still gives them away? Urgency. Act within 24 hours. A sender domain that's almost right. An unexpected attachment. A link whose real destination doesn't match the text. Hover before you click. Every single time. Door number 2. Exposed remote access. Remote desktops and VPNs facing the internet, protected by nothing but a password. Attackers don't guess passwords by hand. They buy them. Billions of leaked credentials are for sale, and automated tools try them around the clock. If you reuse passwords, one breached website can unlock your entire company. Door number 3. Unpatched software. When a security update is released, attackers reverse engineer it within days and scan the entire internet for systems that haven't installed it. That remind me later button? It's a countdown. And door number 4. Trusted third parties. Your IT vendor. A software update you trust. An infected USB stick. Even a phone call from so-called IT support asking you to install a remote tool. Attackers don't break trust. They borrow it. Now here's what most people get wrong. Ransomware isn't an instant explosion. After the break-in, attackers stay hidden, often for days or even weeks. They map your network. They hunt for admin accounts. And they look for one thing above all, your backups. Because if they destroy the backups first, you have no choice but to pay. Then, usually on a Friday night or a holiday, when no one's watching, they pull the trigger. Data gets stolen. Then everything encrypts at once. By the time you see the ransom note, the attack is already weeks old. The note isn't the beginning. It's the finale. And this delay is actually good news for defenders, because it means there's a window to catch them. Weird logins at 3 a.m., security tools being switched off, new admin accounts that nobody created. These are the alarms before the fire. Which brings us to the question everyone asks: should you just pay? Law enforcement says no, and the data backs it up. Paying doesn't guarantee your files back. A meaningful share of victims who pay recover nothing, or get hit again by the same gang, because now, you're a proven payer. Payment funds the next attack, and in some cases, paying sanction groups is illegal. The only winning move is to make the question irrelevant, by being able to say, delete it. We have backups. So here is your defense plan. Screenshot this section. 5 layers, in order of impact. Layer 1, backups. The 3, 2, 1 rule. 3 copies of your data, on 2 different types of storage, with 1 copy offline or immutable, somewhere ransomware physically cannot reach. A backup drive that's always plugged in gets encrypted along with everything else. And test your restores. A backup you've never restored from is just a hope. Layer 2, multi-factor authentication. The single highest impact setting in all of security. Even if your password leaks, attackers hit a wall. Turn it on for email, VPN, remote access, admin accounts, everything. And use an authenticator app or a hardware key, not SMS, wherever you can. Layer 3. Patch fast, expose less. Turn on automatic updates. And shrink your attack surface. If remote access doesn't need to face the internet, take it off the internet. Every service you don't expose is a door that doesn't exist. Layer 4. Limit the blast radius. No one works from an admin account day to day. Separate your network, so one infected laptop can't reach everything. Ransomware spreads exactly as far as your permissions let it. And Layer 5. People and visibility. Train your team with realistic phishing simulations. And build a culture where reporting a click is rewarded, not punished. The difference between a near miss and a catastrophe is how fast someone says, "I think I clicked something." Pair that with endpoint detection that actually alerts someone who will look. And if the worst happens, disconnect the machine from the network. But don't wipe it, and don't power it off. Evidence and encryption keys can live in memory. Report it, law enforcement, and your cyber insurance. And before paying anyone anything, check nomoreransom.org. Free decryption tools exist for many ransomware families. Ransomware isn't magic. It's a business that profits from open doors and untested backups. You now know the doors and how to close them. So do one thing today. Turn on multi-factor authentication or test one backup restore. One action puts you ahead of most of the internet. If this saved you from a future very bad day, subscribe. Next video, how attackers crack passwords and how to make yours uncrackable. Stay safe.